Dear cadets, as you know, we have already covered the definition of matter, example of matter, physical nature of matter, characteristics of particles of matter, now states of matter, solid, liquid, gases, their characteristics. There are some other related concepts of this chapter. I am going to explain all those things. So basically, in matter in surrounding chapter, there are three more concepts. The first one is the kinetic energy, second one is the diffusion, and third one is the temperature. So we will study something about these things also. The first one is kinetic energy.
Start.
Now, first one is the kinetic energy. This can be represented by Ke also. Energy which is responsible for movement of particle, atoms or molecules from one place to another place is known as kinetic energy. So just see whether the atom or molecules, if they are traveling one place to another place, certain kinds of energy they are possessing or they are having, that energy is kinetic energy. So in a nutshell we can say the energy which is responsible for the movement of particle from one place to another place is known as kinetic energy. Now just see solid, liquid and gas. If you can observe, gaseous particle can travel long distance because their kinetic energy is more. So now here what are the factors on which kinetic energy depends? So basically two factors are there on which kinetic energy depends. The first one is the temperature. So greater the temperature, greater will be the kinetic energy. Second one is the interparticle attractive force. Stronger the interparticle attractive force, lesser will be the kinetic energy. This is the only reason that is why gaseous particle can travel to long distance because their interparticle attractive force is almost negligible. That is why their kinetic energy is more. Now with the increase of temperature, the kinetic energy increases. This is the only reason that is why hot sizzling food smell we can feel from far off places.
Start.
Now second concept is diffusion. We come across so many things in our daily life. Diffusion is one of that process. Diffusion is the process of movement of particle from higher concentration to lower concentration. It means wherever particle concentration is more, in this process particle will travel from higher concentration to lower concentration. Basically it is the process of movement of particle. Here you can write solute particle. Solute particle from higher concentration to lower concentration. Now I can give you the example. Suppose one burning incense stick is there, agarbatti. So that is burning in one corner of your home, but their smell can be felt in another corner also because near the burning incense stick, the concentration of gaseous particle is more. Now they will travel from that side to this side. It means concentration if greater, so those particles will migrate from more concentration to less concentration. Next example is like hot sizzling food. Hot sizzling food particles, they can travel to long distance because of diffusion only. There are so many other examples like diffusion of one gas into another gas, diffusion of gas in liquid, but solid particles they do not diffuse. Always remember, solid do not diffuse. Even if they are diffusing, their rate of diffusion is very, very less. Next question is here. What are the factors on which diffusion depends? The factors on which diffusion depends, these are two things: temperature and interparticle attractive force. Greater the temperature, greater will be the diffusion. Means if temperature is more, rate of diffusion will be more. This is the only reason, that is why hot things, particle kinetic energy is more, because of more temperature, and they can travel to the long distance. Next one is the interparticle attractive force. Interparticle attractive force means the force which exists between particles of the matter, that is known as interparticle attractive force. The rate of diffusion is inversely proportional to interparticle attractive force. It means if interparticle attractive force is strong, the rate of diffusion will be less. Reason, if particles they are attracted very much, so some amount of energy should be involved to break that attractive force, then only they can diffuse. This is the only reason, that is why rate of diffusion in solid is less as compared to liquid and gas. In gas it is highest because interparticle attractive force in the gaseous particle is almost negligible, that is why they can travel to long distance. Yes, boss.
Start.
Now temperature. The third important related concept is temperature. Actually temperature is nothing but a degree of hotness of object. Means how much an object is hot. Their degree is known as, we can measure with the help of temperature. Now there are two scales of temperature. The first one is the Kelvin scale of temperature and second one is the Celsius scale of temperature. Now just see, in Kelvin scale of temperature, this is the SI unit of temperature. International standard unit of temperature is Kelvin scale. Now in this scale, the boiling point of water is considered to be the 373 Kelvin and freezing point of water is considered to be 273 Kelvin. Now in Kelvin scale, we should never write degree Kelvin. It has also got name absolute scale of temperature. Absolute scale of temperature, and this is very much popular all across the globe. Now the second one scale, that is Celsius scale, it is represented by degree Celsius. The boiling point of water in this scale is 100 degrees Celsius, while the freezing point of water is 0 degrees Celsius. Now degree Celsius and Kelvin scale, they are interrelated with each other also. Means if you know the melting point, boiling point of any substance, very easily you can interconvert them.
Start.
Now there is a relation between Kelvin scale of temperature and Celsius scale. K is Kelvin. Kelvin equal to degree Celsius plus 273. Similarly, degree Celsius equal to K minus 273. It means if given temperature is in degree Celsius, very easily we can convert into Kelvin scale with the help of first formula. Similarly, if Kelvin scale temperature is given, very easily we can convert into degree Celsius. Their interconvertible formula is given here. Now I will write some examples. Suppose given temperature in degree Celsius is 40 degree Celsius. Now if we want to convert this temperature into Kelvin, so that K equal to 40 degree plus 273. So the K equal to 273 plus 43, 11, 313 Kelvin. That is there or not? In the same way, if given temperature, suppose Kelvin temperature is 10 Kelvin. So degree Celsius equal to 10 minus 273. Or simply write here, you write 273 Kelvin. So 273 minus 273. So that is C equal to what is here? 0 degree Celsius. Now whatever temperature is given, with the help of these two formulae, very easily we can convert. If K equal to this one and C equal to this one, so we can convert them with the help of these formulae. Now there are so many exercises which are given in NCERT book. Subsequently we can convert them.
Start.
Now here some of the exercises related to the temperature is given in NCERT book. I am going to cover them also. Convert the following temperature to the Celsius scale. First one is 293 Kelvin. Second one is 470 Kelvin. Now C equal to what is there? K minus 273. Now C equal to what is there? 293 minus 273. So the C equal to 20 degree Celsius. Similarly, C equal to what is there? K minus 273. So the C equal to what is there? 470 minus 273. The answer is 197 Kelvin. Means if temperature is given in Kelvin, very easily we can convert into them Celsius.
Start.
Convert the following temperature to the Kelvin scale. Suppose given temperature is in degree Celsius, 25 degree Celsius and 373 degrees Celsius. So the Kelvin equal to what is there? C plus 273. So the K equal to what is there? 25 plus 273. So that is equal to 298 Kelvin. Similarly, now suppose this temperature is 373 degrees Celsius. So the K equal to what is there? C plus 273. So the K equal to 373 plus 273. That is equal to 646 Kelvin. So we can interconvert degree Kelvin into degree Celsius and degree Celsius into Kelvin. मैं बोलूँगा. Smell of food reaches our nose due to diffusion. We know the rate of diffusion is faster at higher temperature. The smell of hot food cooking in the kitchen reaches us quickly as compared to the cooked food kept at room temperature. Remember, greater the temperature, greater will be the rate of diffusion. That is why hot sizzling food smell can be felt from far away place, but cold food smell cannot be felt from far off place. Over. Now we are moving to another concept of this chapter, that is change of state. The states of matter are interconvertible. As you know, matter has got three physical states: solid, liquid and gas. So interconversion of solid into liquid, liquid into gas and vice versa. This process is known as change of states of matter. So the states of matter are interconvertible. One state of matter can be changed to another state. So what are the factors which are responsible for change of states of matter? Basically there are two factors which are responsible for the change of states of matter, that is temperature and pressure. Dear cadets, basically I am informing you during the change of states of matter, what is there? Interparticle attractive force is got affected, and once these got affected, one state of matter will be converted into another state of matter. Let us, for example, just see. In solid, interparticle attractive force is very strong. Now suppose you are increasing the temperature, then the solid particle will start vibrating on their own place. Now if further you are increasing the temperature, one stage will come when the interparticle attractive force which is present between the solid particle, they will be broken and they will go apart from each other. The moment they are going apart from each other, but if still distance is less only, then they will be converted into liquid state. Suppose further you are increasing the temperature, then they will be able to break their all interparticle attractive force and they will be converted into gaseous state. So basically in interconversion of one states of matter to another states of matter, interparticle attractive force is getting affected. If interparticle attractive force remain intact, then there will be no change in the states of matter.
Start.
Now interconversion of states of matter. As you know, basically there are three states of matter, that is solid, liquid and gas. If solid is getting converted into liquid, this process is known as fusion or melting. This process is known as fusion or melting. If liquid is getting converted into solid, that process is known as freezing. Similarly, if liquid is getting converted into gas, that process is known as vaporization. If gas is getting converted into liquid, that process is known as condensation. If solid is getting converted into gas, that process is known as solidification. Now try to understand here. Already I have summarized in this box conversion of solid into liquid by increasing the temperature, that is known as melting. Conversion of liquid into solid by decreasing the temperature, that is known as freezing. Conversion of liquid into gas by increasing the temperature, that is known as vaporization. Conversion of gas into liquid by decreasing the temperature, that is known as condensation. Conversion of solid into gas by increasing the temperature, that is known as sublimation. Conversion of gas back to solid by decreasing the temperature, that is known as solidification or precipitation. So basically there are six states of matter can be interconverted, and always remember these interconversion is purely based on increasing and decreasing of the temperature. So temperature is one of the important factor to bring about the change in the states of matter. Once again I am repeating, one state of matter can be converted into another states of matter because their interparticle attractive force gets affected. Now here already the process name I have given you. Now just see, one process is responsible or one process is resulting into the increase of temperature, another process is result of decrease of the temperature, and they are just opposite to each other. Like fusion or melting is opposite to the freezing, vaporization and condensation is opposite to the temperature. Similarly, sublimation and solidification is opposite to each other. Fusion or melting you can get when the temperature is more, but freezing you can get of any substance when temperature is less. Similarly, vaporization can only be occurred when temperature is more, but now condensation can only be occurred when temperature is less. Similarly, sublimation can only be occurred when temperature is more, but solidification can only be occurred when temperature is less. So always remember that by increasing or decreasing the temperature, now states of matter can be interconvertible.
Start.
Dear cadets, as you know, basically I have started. Now I am going to recapitulate the things which I have covered today. So I have started today's lesson from the three important concepts, that is the temperature, diffusion and kinetic energy. I have defined all those things, including the factors by which they are being affected. Afterwards, I taught you interconversion of states of matter. So different states of matter, their process name, how they are being affected. So basically there are two factors by which states of matters are changing into another states of matter, that is temperature and pressure. We have already covered this one. Now this is the time to give me feedback how much you have learned from these things which I have covered today. So the learning outcome, to know your learning outcome, I am giving you some questions. The first question is how kinetic energy is responsible for the movement of particle. Second question is convert the following temperature into degree Celsius. That is A Kelvin equal to 5 degree Celsius. Second one is Kelvin equal to 400 degree Celsius. Convert the following temperature into Kelvin scale. C equal to 40 degree Celsius and 25 degree Celsius. What do you mean by diffusion? Just write their answer and send to my WhatsApp number. WhatsApp number, that is 97435353029. Thank you.